Hey breadwinners, thank you for pressing play on this video. As you guys know, I'm documenting my KDP journey, and there's a lot of things that I had to learn on my own. There's a lot of things that I didn't know, and this is one that no one's talking about, and it's blowing my mind, and I want to dig into it. One of my biggest goals this year is to help more people have success on their journey for 2023. It seems like because the barrier to entry is so low, you can just go make a book and publish it. It gets really exciting. But if you're not seeing the results, if you're not seeing the fruit of your labors, it gets really discouraging. So in this video, I'm going to kind of pull back the curtain a little bit about what your labors can look like to get that best type of fruit, and specifically why pen names matter. So you guys know in a video I recently did that my top 30 books, maybe top 20, they're all in the same pen name. Now, the top 6 up to the top 4 here are profitable. And then book 5 is one for my boys' shop that we made together. And then anything after book 7, I'm not making over $100 worth yet. Okay, so what is going on, right? Like one pen name, it all came from niching down, niche validation, and then creating books that people were searching for that were not exactly like my book 1. Okay, so I'll teach that in part of the Don't Make Me Niche Slap You masterclass, but also in the Repurposing for Profits masterclass. But specifically in this video, I want to talk about pen names because when I go search self-publishers, I don't know. I'm like, why aren't people leveraging this aspect of Amazon KDP? Now, in the terms and conditions, it doesn't really say anything about what type of name to use. And that's because Amazon KDP was initially created for authors. So somebody that has a name, right? So KDP terms and conditions is not going to say, well, you can't be named John and you can't be named Jenny. That's not a thing, okay? So the place where people might misunderstand is trying to sound like a keyword more than an actual pen name, right? And we're going to dive into that because we're going to dive into it at a later time, because there really is a beautiful way to use pen names that matter. And I put Mark Twain up here because that's not even his name. His name's Samuel. I can't even remember his last name. Mark Twain is the famous writer of Huckleberry Finn, right? He's written so many other Tom Sawyer is his most famous book. So there's a lot of authors out there that you might not even know are going by pen names. The author of all the Harry Potters, right? JK, she goes by her 2 initials. So there's a lot that goes into a pen name, and for these people that are writing, they're not doing low content. They want to associate their name with their book, right? But for us, where we're building a portfolio, it's important for us to think about how we can leverage pen names. And one of the most important things is that your pen name can support your book identity. So I think about this a lot when we are shopping and we want to buy something. If I want to go hiking, which I do a lot, I'm not going to go to Walmart. Sorry, Walt. Is that his name? Walton. I'm not going to go there to get carabiners for rappelling the mountain. I'm just not really comfortable doing that. I want to go to a hiking store where they have like 5 or 6 brands of carabiners, and that's all they do is they create carabiners for climbers or hikers, okay? So the more specialized you can get, the more a customer will trust you. And that just comes from the art and science of psychology and sales. But also, the more a customer trusts you, the more they're willing to pay for your book, which is really validating when you guys spend so much time looking for a niche that's validated and publishing in that niche. It is very, very powerful. And, some of you might be thinking, well, $1 is a nice profit or $2. But if you spend a lot of time into it, you should be able to communicate that in your cover and your interior, where your descriptions are written out nicely, that people will they'll want to buy from you because they love what you're offering. Okay. Also, pen names matter because you're giving the customer clarity that they're buying from the right shop. I've used this example before, but if I walked into a children's bookstore in town and there were some adult curse word coloring books next to my kids' books, I would not be happy. Now, some parents might be happy, right? But I am a particular customer. And I would tell you that most parents don't really want their kids coloring swear words. They already hear all the stuff all over the place, and home is a place where you guard and protect and teach your children. That's a totally different video. But I would love to, as a buyer, if I walked into this shop and they had so many cute things, I would start telling everybody else about it because I wouldn't be worried about someone else's experience. Okay. So when you have a pen name and you stuff a bunch of different niches under the pen name, it does not bring clarity for yourself or the customer. Another reason why pen names matter is because you can literally support your niche by building the best pen name. And this is what is so beautiful, is that if there is any demand, you'll know about it and you'll be able to position yourself correctly in that niche. A really fun thing that I'm working on right now is building a movement where I want to publish enough books that people see me as that authority and they come back for it. And that's a really important part of organic sales, is positioning yourself as the authority. So I've decided to offer this class. This doesn't have a live component, I don't believe, because there's a lot of material I want to share with you for pen names. This is called Pen Name Profits. And some of the things you can expect from this class or this course is we're going to review the art and science of pen names, the history, why it matters, a little bit deeper than what we've done today. And if you've gotten any ideas today, that's great because we're going to go deeper into that. We're also going to cover the vocabulary for buyer trust. So it's, what are the names that you're using and what do they communicate to your audience? I recently reviewed someone's pen name, and the pen name sounded like it was for adult men, and then they were offering coloring books. And you might think, Jenny, the customers don't really care. But what if the customer does? And what if you could make it align a little bit more? And then they started sharing it with their friends. Especially, I feel like a lot of people publish things for kids on Amazon KDP, and that means your mom is the customer. I recently got to hear from the guy who created this video series on YouTube, The Chosen. His name is Daryl Eves, and we're the same religion. We have the same affiliation. And he came and spoke, and he said that he wanted to help kids get more excited about Christianity and Jesus specifically. But it's very tricky to market to children. So he decided to market to moms. And I don't know if you guys have followed the series The Chosen and how they've been able to organically rank as one of the top internet series. It's a really big deal. So when we talk about vocabulary for buyer trust, we're talking really about the difference between a successful pen name and an unsuccessful pen name. Because if you're marketing to children, you're actually marketing to their moms. And I'm a mom, so I understand this. I'm a digital marketer, so I understand this. I'm a course creator and coach, so I understand the art and science of the way that we talk, okay? And I still have a lot to learn in that area, but I think a lot of my success has come from using pen names wisely. In this class, in this course, pardon me, I want you to know how to position your pen name in a way that will make it successful. And most importantly, I want to share my strategy with you guys, my pen name profit strategy, where all of my sales, the majority of my sales this year, at least 20K of my 22K profits have come from a bulk of pen names that I have used this strategy on. And I need to do more because I'm getting a little nervous that I have niched down so deep that I'm still creating books for this niche because I'm like, how is this going to go? I don't know how it's going to go. I need to do more research. So I'm excited for the Don't Make Me Niche Slap You masterclass because I need to come up with more niches to start publishing in. And it has to be something that I'm passionate about because I want to go so deep. I like going so deep. And you guys know that I'm a very niche person. I have very niche things that I'm passionate about. And as you've heard the quote, niches and the riches, riches and the niches, that's really what makes a business really successful, is knowing exactly who you serve. And that's why my channel it's KDP, and you've seen some intermittent fasting and you've seen some other stuff, but no one's talking about the power of pen names and doing a whole course on it because it's so niche. People think, oh, there might not be that much to it, but there is so much to everything in the world. Like, you can go so deep on so many things. My kids have taught me that a lot too. Like, being a learner of the world is so invigorating. Okay. So I am really pumped about this because you don't have to open up a shop downtown. There's no rental overhead. Like, your imagination can go wild. And to me, that excites me. And I want you guys to feel that, because if you are publishing and you don't have a pen name strategy, then when you feel, let me put it this way. Burnout doesn't come from working super hard. Burnout doesn't come from blood, sweat, and tears. Burnout comes from not having an end in sight. I believe Grant Cardone said that. When you don't have an end in sight, why would you keep going with anything, right? So if we can do meaningful things that excite us in our business with KDP, we will keep going, especially if the niche is validated and our pen name supports it. Like, it blows my mind. It blows my mind how exciting it is. So I'm going off a tangent. I'm trying not to. Here we go. So this course unlocks December 1st, and you'll go at your own pace. There's question portals, and I do believe that I'll be adding to this course more because it is really exciting. But I want you guys to know that this is something that you do at your own pace, so you're comfortable when you're ready to focus on your pen name. For me, I get really excited about a book, and I create the pen name last. Well, I did until a couple weeks ago, because then I realized that I needed to include my pen names right after right before my repurposing. In fact, the other day I was thinking, like, maybe I should have taught pen names first, because that's you establishing your shop. No one even talks about that. Like, if you were going to open up a bookstore in town, you wouldn't be like, I got this book, let's open a shop. You'd be like, no, you would want to know, like, where's it going to be? What's the name going to be? And what type of books are you going to have? And so that's the way this course is going to go, like real life, not just like, oh, do the snitch. Oh, do this, if you guys notice, there's a lot of software to help you generate interiors, and there's affiliate programs. So you see when something new drops, because a lot of really big KDP YouTubers will share that, right? And there is nothing wrong with that, right? It's just a matter of making sure all those things are not shiny objects and they fit into your overall strategy. And I believe that each process of KDP should have strategies, from pen names to interiors to repurposing to doing the things that are going to create time freedom, right? Like, if you can make a powerful pen name that gives you more time freedom because people share it offline, it's like, oh my gosh, you got to go to Jenny's kids' shops. That's happened to me, you guys, where people take pictures and send me privately of their kids coloring with my kids' books. Okay, so I didn't run ads for that. And that's my number 6 book out of all my books. Okay, so that there is power in this, and it is really powerful. So if you have your phone out and you're watching this on your desktop, you can screenshot this. If you have bought the Niche Slap class, or if you have bought the Repurposing for Profits, I'm giving you an astronomical discount, and you can find it in the question portal, the coupon code for either one of those courses. There is a payment plan on this for anybody that would like to utilize that, where the first payment starts at $15. So I'm not sure that I'll offer this forever. So I'm going to open it. We're going to sell this until Saturday, and it's going to open December 1st. And I'm not sure if it will be available for purchase after that time. I really see this almost being its own program where you start with pen names. But I have so much in my head, I need to get it out because I want you guys to have it for 2023. So drop any questions about pen names. Have you struggled with pen names? Have you found like you like pen names? What are your thoughts on that? And I'd love to hear from you guys. Hope you have an amazing day. Love you lots. Peace out.